Hi everyone, welcome to another Train Direct video. Today I'm going to be going through some of the reviews, as I said, for the TT Combat Industrial Hive set, and I'm going to be starting today with the Sector 1 Large Octagon Hive. So let's go over onto the bench, and basically what I'm going to do now is just take you through and give you my honest opinion of what I think of these kits. So here we have the Sector 1 Large Octagon platform. Basically, I haven't actually had a chance to open this yet, so I'm going to do that now. I am actually experimenting with a new camera angle, so just have to bear with me. So in total you get five sprues of MDF, and my initial thought so far was about pushing out the actual parts from the actual sprues. So far I've just noticed that pieces have actually just started to fall out of the sprues quite easily. So if I just give that a little push, yeah, it's actually coming out really easily. So that was one of my main issues, that I thought it might be a little bit difficult to actually put stuff on there. And sorry about the noise downstairs if you can hear that. That's my other half and her friend having a good gas bagging session. So this looks pretty neat and pretty crisp and pretty nice. There does seem to be quite a lot of parts to the actual kit, so overall I'm quite actually impressed by that. I'm not sure how these little pieces are going to... Are they just going to pop out just as easy? It seems... I'll see if I can hold this up. It seems that they're actually held in place with just a slight little burr, just on like little parts. So cleaning up wise, there's going to be hardly anything to do by the looks of it. Just a little bit of sandpaper or a little file here and there. So overall, yeah, it is 3mm MDF. It doesn't feel flimsy. Although the actual sprues look flimsy, the actual parts don't seem to look flimsy at all. There does seem to be... I'm loving these sorts of grates and things like that. I noticed that one actually pops out, so maybe the ladder or something comes through that one. The one thing about this is you don't actually get the instructions with the kit. You don't actually get the instructions with this actual kit. What you have to do is go onto TT Combat's website, and you can download them in like a PDF sort of document. I will say right at this point that yes, I'm reviewing this, but I did purchase these myself, and I'm not affiliated with TT Combat in any way. I'm just giving my honest opinion about this kit. So yeah, I still have to build this kit, and I don't know how that's going to take. So I'm going to go ahead and try and build this kit now, and then we'll skip right back and have a talk about how it went together. So okay, basically I've got to this point, and it's taken me around about 20 minutes to actually get to this point here. So I've built it up. I've not actually glued it. As I was starting to try and dry fit some of the pieces, I realised that some of the pieces are actually like really quite, you know, they fit very, very snug into each other. And so I decided, right, I'm going to dry fit everything the way it is at the moment. And then what I would do is I would then glue it after. And I'm really glad that I did, because what I have noticed as I was starting to build it is these panels here. I mean, you could actually put these panels either way. I'm going to try and get you a bit of a zoom in closer to these panels. So these panels here, you could build them one of two ways. You could build them up like that or like that. If you follow the instructions, I'm not sure which way it's supposed to be. Let's see if I... So yeah, they're supposed to be up on the top. I suppose you could build them like that if you wanted to, but the more and more I started actually putting these together, I started to notice it was starting to look quite infinity based for these actual panels to be on. So I'm I'm not going to build mine with these actual panels on. I'm going to take them off. However, the way that these fit in, they fit in with these little clips. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. They fit in with these little clips. And the one thing that I noticed is what I started to do is, I'm just going to move this out the way, and I have basically put them together. I've put the clips in the back. I'll try to get it on the cameras. A nightmare. So I've put them in the back, and I think what these will make is really good like barricades. So I mean, you can actually just stand them straight up and they won't fall down. Maybe I'll need to do something with here, like at the back, you know, either like cut all these little sections off, these little lugs off. Oh, see this camera angle, I need to get used to this. It's not going to focus, is it? So I can cut these little lugs off, or I could fill them up somehow. But yeah, I think they're really nicely detailed inside that. I think they're really nicely detailed, so I don't actually want to throw them away. I wouldn't throw them away anyway, I would put them in my bits box. But yeah, that's my initial idea for that, is instead of having these on the actual building, I'm going to basically... Oh, come on. I said it was snug. I'm actually going to use them as barricades actually around my hive. So that's really cool, because you actually do get quite a lot. I mean, if I lift this up out the way, you can see like the pile of bits over here. So, right, my next thought was ladders. Now the ladders that you get with this kit, they are really nice looking ladders, but they just seem to be a tad too small. I know they're supposed to go into like this sort of hole in here. Yep, you could glue them on, and they would actually be really good. The oversight that I have seen is, unless this ladder is actually longer than the other one, which it's not, is you actually put these parts on the base, these here, which actually raises the model slightly, which actually makes them slightly too small. So they're not going to be level with the actual battlefield, which is not a huge problem, because you could easily get, I mean, you've got pieces left over on the actual sprue, so you could easily just take a razor saw or something and just cut this off, mount that underneath it, you know, like put something underneath, stick it on, make it like a little tread plate or something. I mean, the kit takes hardly any time to build whatsoever, so customizing it will just make it look really nice, and it would make it yours. So I would actually go for actually trying to customize it slightly for yourself, instead of everyone actually looking the same, like completely uniformed. But I suppose if it's your kit, at the end of the day you do what you want with it. I would personally put a tread plate or something underneath, like at the bottom of this ladder, and I'll, if I can get that and show you, the ladder is really crisp and nice. So my next thing that I haven't actually tested out yet is I need to test it for a model. So here's my Battle Predator, and there's the size of the building. I have a Chaos Cultist, so we'll stick him on here, down here. So as you can see, it is like quite a nice, well, let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. I need to alter the, sorry, I'm going to shake you. So it's quite a nice size, and if we was to ladder that up. I'm not sure on the actual height of this to there in inches, so that'll be my next sort of avenue to try and find. Right, so I've grabbed a tape measure, an old sturdy trusty tape measure. I'm going to zoom in so you can see this. I have already measured it, so I know what it is. So from the first tier, so from the floor level to the first tier, it's 4 3/4 to from the floor to the first tier, and from the second tier, I'm going to have to back out. That's not backing out, Craig. That's the wrong way. It's just under 4 3/4. So, review wise, overall, I think it is really a good little kit. I did actually time myself when I did it, and that is how long it took me from start to finish, from popping the things out to actually finishing it like this, all dry fitted together. Overall, if I was going to give this, I'm going to give all my reviews now like a mark star out of 10. I'm going to give this one an 8.5. The reason why I'm giving this an 8.5 review is because the overall appearance is really good. It has some really nice detail, as you can see. If inside there, it does have detail in there. It is sturdy and it's nice and strong. Obviously I haven't painted it yet, so I'm not sure how the painting is going to go. You get loads of little pieces, and even like these grates that came out, I can still use them for something else. It is adaptable, and I know these kits can actually all be built onto each other, so that's all going in its favour. The other thing that knocked it down, the only reason why I'm not giving this a 9 out of 10 is because of the ladders. If you're a non-scenery builder and you haven't really made your own terrain before and stuff like that, that can be a bit disheartening, because if you just want to build all this and get straight into playing and stuff like that, and then you're going to be like, oh man, my ladders don't fit. So that's the only reason why I'm knocking it down half a star. Other than that, easy to build, stupidly easy to build. I didn't even look at the instructions, and it took me 20 minutes, and that was with me putting these initial floors on the wrong way round. And it did take me about 10 minutes to break out all the actual pieces. These can be these little bits are probably the hardest parts to get out, but I found if you press them directly down, they just pop out no problem. And there was no splitting of the wood from the actual main parts. There is going to need to be a very minuscule amount of sanding need to be done. The reason why I've marked it so high as well is because of the customization for this, because I like to make every building my own. I like to put my own unique style on everything. Everything that I do is different. I don't think I can make the same thing twice exactly the same. I just can't do it. That being said, that's the review of the Sector 1 large octagon platform. Overall, 8.5 out of 10. Really happy. Super easy to put together. Very versatile. Down points. It is MDF. Just one thing to remember when you are sanding and working with MDF, you should really have a mask on because of the fibres in the air. So with that said, I will say a farewell. If you have any comments, questions, queries, or any ideas on what you'd like to see with this, please stick a link. I'll turn my fingers. Stick a comment down below in the comment box, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So yeah, so thanks very much. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Happy wargaming.